Hello, this is Lorna, and I'm back with another Duel Links video. In these next series of videos, I'm going to be trying to finish off Dueling Yuto 60 times. This could either be amazing or a complete disaster. But first, let me discuss what's going to be happening in February. Spoiler, it's not very interesting, but I'm going to look at it anyway. Alright, so the month starts off with the Casey Cup. Okay, I do not know how I feel about this, but sure. And as with all tournaments, it's not really going to be very interesting. I'm not sure I'm going to do many recordings of that. I mean, just saying. Master Duel was just released. I have a bunch of videos scheduled for upload. I don't really want to go too insane in the first week of February. So I probably will not be uploading anything until the KC Cup is over. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Sometimes I am wrong. Okay. And apparently in mid-February, there is a rerun of Aporia's event. What do I think about this? Well, what I'm feeling is known as despair. This time pretty much, he's accurate, he's telling the truth, man. I am in a very uncomfortable position. I do not know what to do about this, and I also do not know if I can do anything about this. And what's going to happen in late February? Oh, and by the way, Trey's getting added to the gate, so Trey, what color are your keys? I'm going to guess red, but I could be wrong. Maybe they're white instead, but I don't know. We'll see. And I can obtain a new duelist. And the duelist is saying to me, "Ha, there's no escape for you." Okay, now, a lot of people have speculated regarding what this character is. Well, who this character is. One person said Shun, and I was like, wow, I'm surprised I'm not the only one that thought that. But the reason I do not think it's actually Shun is because of the hop part. I'm like, Shun doesn't seem to be the kind of person to talk like that. At least not from what I remember. Okay, so my top guesses were Anna or Sora. And I do not think it's Sora. I think that it's Anna instead. Because apparently, well, we've already had a roaming event, though I could be wrong, but considering Anna was roaming around, who else could this possibly be? I will assume it's her until I am proven right or wrong. Now, the most interesting part about the month is Aporia's rerun event, because I don't know how I'm going to feel that week, but how about I just kick his ass over and over again? You know, like I did last time. I probably will regret saying this, but, well, I need someone to destroy over and over and over. I need it. And you may be wondering why. Well, it kind of goes into why I feel despair in the first place. Yeah. It kind of goes into that, but more on that later, probably in the next video. I want this one to be more entertaining. Okay, and now I've done some practice with Sylvia's deck. I've made some changes, but this could be a disaster. However, that completely depends on my opening hand, and what do I expect will happen? Well, I'm about 50-50 on whether or not this will be a win or a loss. I tried, but I do know that this deck can lose. Sometimes because of my own stupidity, and other times because I break. And now, because of Sylvio's deck and how it works, you'll notice I have a lot of high-level monsters in the deck, which is because of how Sylvio's deck works. Now, I put in some normal level 7 monsters and ancient rules, and hopefully I won't break because of this decision. Duel. Yeah, I'm gonna duel him. I do not have any confidence that I'll win, but I do know that there is a chance that I could. I had a very interesting duel against the Vagabond recently. I lost, but that's not the most interesting part about it. The most interesting part about it is how long I lasted against it. I lasted over 20 turns against the Blue Eyes deck. Against a player that would be impossible, but this was the AI, so I was able to last until I was finally taken out because of my own stupidity, to be completely honest. But the fact that I lasted for so long, that just get wow, this yeah, that was just it was amazing. Even though I lost, it was still a lot of entertainment. Just knowing that I could last that long at all. And yeah, hold on a second. I don't know what to do. Okay, well, I'm going to normal summon this. Obviously, I still have a bunch of level 7 normal monsters, which means no level 8s, because I'm not really going to get much from a level 9 Pendulum scale. I made this decision based on what happened when I did have level 8 in the deck, and I was like, okay, this isn't good. I should take this card out and put in another one. Now, you may guess what that card I put in was, considering we're talking about level 8 normal monsters. Alright, now first of all, my opponent is doing illegal things again. I do not appreciate it. Though, to be honest, it's actually Sylvia that would be doing illegal things. I mean, Yusei referenced a time when he just broke the rules entirely. He cheated. I don't actually remember how he cheated, but apparently he cheated. I have no doubt that he's the kind of person that would. Great. I'm gonna have to take an attack. This is probably not a good idea, but if I have to take an attack, it's going to be this one. And it's a gamble whether or not that's going to blow up in my face or not. If I have to take a guess right now, based on how things look, I'm about to lose. But let's see what the next card is. What is on top of my deck? Okay, well, I did say I put level 7 monsters in my deck. And yes, Niels is one of them. I realized that oh god, well, I was right, but I definitely was hoping I wouldn't be. Oh god. I was hoping it would be a monster. Okay, well, that's my 8th loss because I lost against him earlier on auto duel. Alright, well, you're not going to get any other wins against me unless I break as Jaden. Because that's where the other wins are coming from. Hopefully. I don't know. Alright, well, I lost, but big deal. I'll just come back and kick your ass later. I'll probably kick his ass as Sylvia more later. But first, I want to finish off the achievement for defeating him 60 times. It's not really much of an achievement, I just get a reward for doing it. And I'm so behind. February 2nd is going to be here in no time. But there is a silver lining to this. I'm addicted to this game. That could backfire on me, to be completely honest. I don't know. I really do not want to know. I don't want it to blow up in my face, if being honest here. And now that red icon thing above the missions thing is because I've beaten him over 40 times. And I just got my 8th loss, so I'm planning to beat him. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to beat him 7 more times. Well, I don't have the required materials. Wait. No, I do. Okay, I can do this. Well, I could still lose, but preferably I don't. Now, we all know what Yuto's like, but, I think it was nice to play as Sylvia. Unfortunately, I made a mistake. Okay, what did I do this time? Okay, I think I did. Is there a reward I seriously have not gotten yet? Oh, yeah, I have not done that. I can almost level up this stage here again. We'll see if Alexis comes back out. I'm not sure if I expect that because she's been out for a while. Someone else is probably gonna come out instead. The statistical likelihood of her coming out anytime soon, at least a day, pretty low, but I guess it's not impossible. And, hold on a second. There's legendary duelist here. It's Jesse, obviously. By the way, I would kick your ass, but I'm not going to do that right now. I don't, wow. Okay, well, I'll duel him later. At least he's not like Reiji. Reiji is just like, fix your end game. Shut up, Reiji, seriously. My end game is fine. I don't have to win every duel. I seriously do not want to either. I seriously don't want to. Now, ideally, I would win, but, I try to enjoy duels as much as I can enjoy duels in my current state. Although I don't really know if anyone gets the idea that I haven't been enjoying these. I try to be normalish. Although, obviously, I don't think I'm anywhere near normalish, even if we consider what's generally normal for... Okay, well, if I can enjoy things normally, I still wouldn't be very normal, but still. I don't like being normal. Being normal has never saved me. It's hot in here. How the hell is it hot in here? Besides the scientific explanation, because there is one, but however, I am surprised that I'm cold. I mean hot. And because, dude, I was cold earlier. And I was cold earlier, and I was just like, I don't feel like doing this. So, I'm going to explain something right now. On the note of me being hot, I didn't expect this to be an issue because of something that happened recently. Nothing bad, necessarily. I'm just acting like a complete 10-year-old about this. My mom asked me if my sister could borrow a shirt of mine, and I'm just like, she wants to borrow my favorite shirt. Why? Why? I mean, it's like she feels entitled to being able to have my things. But I think it's mainly just clothing in that regard. I don't think she actually wants much else. However, it's just a thought that she asked Mom about this, and I'm just like, I want to say no to that, but I can also take advantage of this situation. However, I took advantage of the situation, and I'm still pissed. I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I tried to lower the damage on that. It doesn't seem to have worked. I'm still being petty about this. And I realized that letting my sister borrow a shirt is... Well, it's not exactly an unreasonable request. I know that we aren't on the best of terms, but it's not like she's asking for $1 million. She wants to borrow a shirt. That is completely reasonable, but then I just get possessive over my things, and I'm just like, I didn't want to actually agree to this. I did it because I felt like it was a good idea. Not because of what my sister wants, but because I legitimately feel like it's a good idea not to flip this shit out of proportion. I definitely want to, apparently, based off how I'm thinking, but I do not need to blow this out of proportion. I repeat, I don't need to do that. I need to behave. Although I'm not really sure how I'm going to, but at the very least, you know what, this is ridiculous. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, well, I didn't... Okay. I see how this is. You're going down. I may not be able to do anything about my sister, but I can definitely kick your ass. I've done it before. He usually just decks out. He usually don't even do anything. He just decks out before he can drop his life points to 0. Now there are obvious ways around this. That would mean he doesn't deck out, but what are those ways? Well, one of them is I could play a burn deck. Another one is I play someone else, or I play a different deck. Wait, I think I said pick a different deck. Whatever, well, I'm not going to play someone else. I'm gonna play Jaden instead, because I know how to use his deck. Do you know how rare it is that I understand how to use someone's deck? It's rare, at least from what I've seen. Okay, hold on a second. I do not know what to say here. I want to do something very bad, but I don't think it's a good idea in my current situation. The way the duel looks, I do not want to do it. I would probably get my ass kicked for doing it. Okay, well, he still has his card on the field. I'm offended, but sure. He doesn't have any disease materials on it, so I'm not sure how... Hold on a second. Actually, I don't think he can change his position because I was confused. Dude, I play this game. I know what's in my deck. Though sometimes I kind of forget the cards that I've played. Sometimes I forget which cards I have face down. That's an awkward problem. Well, let's suppose I was playing in person. I'd be double checking my traps and my spells at all times, and my opponent would be like, dude, don't you know what's in your deck? I do know what's in my deck. However, do I know what I've put on the field? Or do I remember that information? The answer should naturally be, well, why don't I? But I've got my answers to that. I just don't know where they are. Oh yes, I don't know what they are. That's a lovely explanation for all of this. Okay. Oh, look at how amazing my field is. Well, I know that one of my monsters has only 1,000 attack, but that's going to change soon, I'm sure. Okay, he still has that card on the field. I stubbornly, yeah, I was just like, dude, no. Let that thing die. No, I should probably let my pettiness die. I have no idea how I do that. Okay, so Yuto has 4 monsters in the graveyard. Based on this information, I conclude that he will deck out. You may wonder how I conclude that if I can't even remember what I've got on my field, but I know how he does things. He apparently just decks out instead. Maybe it's how he rage quits, I don't know. Okay, well, I guess I was wrong. Well, I'm glad that I was wrong, because I don't like winning when you deck out, Yuto. Although I did one time intentionally let you. That was a different story then, okay? That was a different story entirely. Okay. And now I do admit that when I was intentionally letting him deck out, it wasn't quite as easy for him to deck out as it was with Jaden. Probably because of how I was playing him, Yugi, to begin with. And probably also had something to do with the fact that I was dueling him at level 10. I don't have any confidence in how I've built Yugi's deck. Although I do think I recently updated it. I don't remember what I put in there. I just remember that I believe it's been updated recently. Okay, well, Yuto, I'm going to come back here in a second, but I need to take a break. I'm going to go duel someone that won't deck out. So, I'll be back soon, guys. I just had to go take care of something. Yes, it's very important. I'll be back soon.